But there's this very cool interaction. I don't know if you'll ever do it or not, but if you buy Shard on Spectre, because every A buys Shard to push out lanes, right? You just buy that Shard, you get hit by an Ice Vortex tick, you just use that dispersion, you kill the AA super easily every time.
Faceless Void.
And there's the Void, yeah. Okay. That makes everything come together, sort of. But now they're super reliant on a Chronosphere. I never like that. Like, for me, Chronosphere is a tool that you want a guy to jump in first, give you information, and then you land a good chrono. If you have to go in first and land a good chrono, most of the time it's not going to happen because the enemy team is ready for that.
It does feel like you've got a Timber to be the person in the middle to kind of soak up heroes and drag them to you. But again, like you're saying, he's not going to be starting the fights with like a stun. So yeah, you're fully reliant on the Void. And how is the late game going to fare with a Spectre versus Void matchup?
It really depends on how the early game goes. Like, both of those heroes aren't really flash farmers, and whoever is ahead in the farm will beat the other. But Winter Wyvern, okay, they're actually picking this double heal against AA. Wyvern is a hard counter to Void, which is the only stun they really have. So in that regard, I like it, but the heal is completely nullified from both the Phoenix and the Wyvern.
They do have a lot of percent damage as well with the Arctic Burn, Sunray, Desolate's going to be really annoying. It feels like they need a playmaker in this last pick here for Alacrity. I feel like it's going to be a Mizu offlane DK, and they go for someone who's able to make these plays, start the fights, get that lockdown, and then that's where we're going to see the percent damage come into play.
Yeah, we have potentially Ember Spirit is pretty good. Quas-Wex Invoker could be really good with a fast vessel against his Timber. Invoker is also really good for Mystery side, by the way, with that Chronosphere Cataclysm setup.
Do you feel like if they go Invoker, like, is that just doubling down on you have to get a good chrono?
Potentially, but if you're Invoker, you can go like early BKB and you can sort of just run in and start doing things yourself and then get a chrono on the back of that. But it's certainly not easy to do. Like, that's something Team Nigma would do, you know. But Nigma, of course, is one of the best teams in the world, and they know how to play complicated Dota. But for a newer team, I always say the same thing. Make the game as simple as possible. Simpler it is, the easier it is.
5 seconds remaining.
It always feels like if you got a lineup that's a little bit easier to execute, just the stuns, it's always can come down to stuns. If you've got a lineup that has stuns, man, Dota can just feel like such an easy game compared to when you don't. What do they go for? Yeah. It's going to be the Ember. Okay.
Yeah, we spoke about that before. It's a very good pick here. It was a very good pick for Mystery as well. Now they sort of need to answer that. Because again, they have one Chronosphere, that's it. A Grimstroke Silence will never reach a good Ember if he's aware of his surroundings.
10 seconds
so
remaining.
Quas-Wex Invoker could be a good answer to that as well. But again, it's very complicated. What else is there that lanes good against Ember and gives some stuns? It's not an easy pick at all. They kind of drafted themselves into this corner.
I'm trying to see some of the heroes that Mercury likes to play as well. There's none that he favors too much that has stuns. They're going to go Pango.
You may now select your heroes.
Okay, I mean, that gives you that guy that goes in and potentially sets up for a good Chronosphere. But Ember Spirit is really good against Pango here. If you ever chains him, he won't be rolling anywhere. Wyvern is really good against it.
Yeah.
Phoenix is pretty good against it. I feel like it was more of a, there's nothing better to pick, so let's go with this sort of pick, rather than the best option, I feel like. But it can work. Like Timber, Pango, they can run you over, right? If they get fast sixes, they get fast item timings up. It might be too fast to deal with Galaxy here, to deal for Galaxy here.
And it does feel like Galaxy Racer kind of very much rely on Alacrity being that playmaker. I mean, Mizu potentially is going to rush the blink, but you've got a Wyvern Phoenix support duo, which kind of feels like do nothing supports unless you've got these big ultimates in the team fight. So maybe if Mercury has a pretty solid lane, Alacrity might not be able to keep up with the pace of this game, and that could enable Mystery to have a really fast-paced second game.
Yeah, and that's really what they will be needing here. like this Galaxy draft is gonna scale very well into the mid late game with these supports. But of course, you also have this Grimstroke. If he ever gets his Aghanims up against the Spectre, potentially even the DK, that could cause a lot of damage as well. Once again, even draft, it's just the execution is pretty damn difficult for Team Mystery.
Yeah, and that's a bit worrying because we were saying in the last game, like the draft was pretty even, but Galaxy Racer just seemed like they're a team that is maybe a touch ahead. So it's really going to come down to Mystery if this game potentially if they're on their A game. I do like to see at least some of the heroes in regards to the items they got. We get to see the new DK, we get to see the Spectre Arcana as well. So in regards to some cosmetics, I'm happy at least.
Yeah, I like it. It's a good overall, but how do you beat the Arcana Persona combo?
Are you a fan of the...
Are you a fan of this?
We're both on the same boat.
I think this DK Arcana looks... I mean, just zoom into that. It looks so stupid. No offense.
Oh, you don't like it?
I mean, it's just the dude.
Honestly,
like, it could be me. Like, he kind of looks at my face. Like, put my head on there. You have the Persona.
It definitely doesn't...
Like, he even has my eyebrows.
Does he?
Yeah.
We're gonna get the photo of you right next to him. We'll be able to tell.
I just put my head on him, and people would love it.
I don't know. Like, it definitely doesn't feel like it's a Dota hero. Like, he doesn't look like one.
It does
he?
not. It feels like some other game, like some online Ragnarok Online or whatever. And this guy with a sword comes up and just pokes you. Like the way he attacks in lane even just looks so funky.
Like,
I don't know.
Looks wise, I like it, but like if we're going off like just Dota heroes and how they look, it definitely doesn't kind of feel like it definitely doesn't feel like a Dota hero.
Look how he walks even. Is that how he walks in the anime? I didn't watch it yet. I
haven't watched it either, so we're gonna...
Does he have a... Wow, his sword is so massive. Jesus.
He's a big boy. That's some...
He's not a big boy, that's the thing. He's a tiny boy.
I mean, if you... Okay, he's got to be pretty bulky, though. You must have some strength if you're wielding a sword like that. They're going to have to wield a smoke on smoke. Mercury?
Yeah, but who's going to initiate? Like, both lineups have nothing to initiate with. I guess they just wanted to get wards out, and they both didn't. Actually, I say that, Mystery did. Blocking the small camp and getting a pretty deep ward here.
Alright, well, what about the...
I hate this when people do this.
What about the Spectre?
What doing.
What's AA doing? Where is AA?
30 seconds to
He's
battle.
trying to get hit by the tower to see if they have wards. I hate that. This random guy just comes up and does it.
Well, what do you mean? How do you hate that? How do you hate the player? My dude's just... That's next level.
It's not the player, it's just the play. Like, everybody does it all the time.
Well, don't put a ward there. Like, then it doesn't get de-warded. It's like, don't make that mistake.
Yeah, or then you just deny it before the horn sounds. You're like, oops. Oh, Spectre running in for the rune steal. Nah.
That was very late. How we feel about the Spectre Arcana? We spoke about the DK. We fan of this one?
I actually like the voice quite a bit. It sounds pretty spooky.
Spooky.
And the swords look nice, but they're very distracting. Like, the more swords you get, if Haunt is in a team fight, all these swords are flying around. It's a lot to look at. For FPS as well.
Yeah, I mean, FPS lately has been a bit of a rough one. It doesn't seem like the worst Arcana. What would we say is the worst Arcana?
Wait, sorry. I'm
you gotta remember them.
Right now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna... You cast solo for a while. I check the Arcanas.
Yeah, we're chilling. We're all about the Arcanas here. Easy choreo.
Raven's good.
Yeah.
Patch is pretty bad.
That is it Arcana? Is it a Persona?
It's Arcana.
Is it? Okay, yeah.
I mean, Lina is also pretty bad. But I think the earlier the Arcanas came out, the more unfair it is to compare, you know?
Sure, yeah.
Because was Lina Arcana the first one that came out?
Oh, I do not know. I'm not sure. Polo's fallen low. Holy. You see, you were highlighting just the aggression that Timber can really put out now at the early levels with that spam of the chain and even with the helper like QWE, just the constant strokes. I like this actually item he's going for. He's going to go for a Ring of Bass here for the Grimstroke. So just recognizing this is a lane where they constantly want to be spamming abilities.
It's all mana. And Bassi in general is so good. It gives yourself 1.5 mana regen, I think it is. Okay, let's look. Yeah, 1.5 and 1 additional mana to your allies. It's such a value item. I think it's a little bit underrated. People used to buy it all the time. Then it got nerfed a little bit, and now almost no one is buying it. It's still a very good lane control item. Like, this sort of mana regen is a lot. Like, look at AA even. He has 1.1 natural mana regen that will get more than doubled by just buying a Basilisk.
Yeah.
And he's an int hero, of course. Even better on strength / agi heroes.
How do we feel about this top lane though, where like all the abilities getting casted out from Mystery? Like, is Wyvern 5? It doesn't feel like it's quite a strong laning stage support. Is that going to be an issue here for In Your Dream?
I thought it would be, but he got all but 1 CS so far. Yeah, he got 11 out of 12. So they're pushing in the lane to the tower, and he's gotten pretty much every last hit. So he's like, I don't care, guys. I'm a god. What do you want?
Wayne? Oh. 11 health. Yoken, we really wants that first blood. He's thinking about diving. That's a pretty... What spray is that? That's a really cool spray, actually. Whose one is that down bot? What team?
Oh, it's maybe. Must be LGD then? I don't know.
I thank you.
Wait, what supporter is he? He is...
It's
Vegan
elephant.
supporter?
Elephant.
Oh, it's Elephant?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe, sorry. LGD, sorry. Living in the past.
Good old days.
They're just diving him here. He has a stun. Bye-bye, Wayne.
First blood.
Mizu. Another call picking up first blood.
I mean, he obviously just got distracted by him walking out. Look at how he's walking. I can't take this guy seriously, man, at all. Just swinging his sword around.
So you feel like it gives you an advantage if you actually have the persona?
I mean, it gives you an actual advantage because the fire is longer. Or did they fix it already?
Wait, did it actually?
Yeah, it was just longer. Like, it didn't hit melee units like right in front of you, but it hit targets further away from like the actual cast. It was really weird how it worked.
Pay to win.
Actual pay to win.
Yeah. To see. How's mid lane going at the moment? Mercury, sitting okay. 20 last hits ahead of Alacrity's Ember at the moment. We're going to see how impactful these two are going to be able to play once again. Mercury, unfortunately, last game, we didn't really feel the impact of his Ember with these rotations. You know, hopefully the Pango might be a different story in the second game.
Yeah, I'd say it was mostly attributed to the skill build. We can see here Alacrity, he's maxing Sleight of Fist, like most people do. Because it's just like your main rotating tool. It's just so good early on, does a ton of damage, and it's your main killing tool in the early game, right? Like, you don't really want to farm, you want to get 6, 7 fast, and you want to kill heroes. That's basically what a hero does.
Yeah, and this was a difference in last game. Like, yes, I mean, Mercury went for the Orb Corrosion, but he didn't kind of replicate his item build with his skill build, maxing up the Flame Guard. But you see the opposite here for Alacrity. He's going Orb Corrosion, but this time he's going to max out the slide. So he's kind of got that synergy coming through.
Yep. I like it quite a bit as well. I mean, I just think if you play Ember, you have to sort of play him like this. Like, it's not a meta right now where your mid hero just sits there and farms. Most of them have some sort of rotating ability, and if it's not your mid laner, then your safe laner does. But somebody has to do something. You can't just sit back and farm. Or the Void, getting denied a lot of farm under the tower. So hard to farm against Spirits and DK stun.
QWE is actually going to show up here, but where's the control? I mean, they're going to offer it in the Inkswell, but I mean, Mizu does not give a damn. 20 HP regen with the Tango, and this is now freeing up top. I mean, it is Timber with level 5, and he is a hero that likes to play solo once you get to about level 4, level 5, so he's going to be pretty happy with getting that.
Yep.
Oh, mid.
Wow, Ember actually dies. I didn't see it. Got disarmed quite a bit. Alacrity underestimating the power here a bit. Jokam, he's fine.
In Your Dream actually might die top, yeah. Xiao Yu. Still got some mana to play with. Unable to keep up with the Spectre, however. At 1 point in the chain, so the distance. But you see now, like, I like In Your Dream, he's actually going Blade Mail Rush, and I'm recognizing he is not going to be able to stick in this lane, so needs the item to enable him to go back and farm up the jungle.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, and they also saw that ward that Grimstroke put in very deep, so I'm expecting Spectre to buy just a sentry ward and deward that ASAP. And job's done pretty much. Blade Mail done in 6 minutes, now you can farm jungle easily. That's all you wanted.
There's a couple of big stacks as well getting made here from Galaxy Racer. They got triple, it looks like, at the hard. It's only a double at the moment at the Ancients as well, but bot lane, Mizu's in trouble. Great early rotation here from the Pangolier. Probably not going to have to commit the ultimate with another round of the Swashbuckle. There's that bash we were looking for. And this is a bit of a better start to the lanes here from Mystery.
Yeah. Mid lane is not a lane where you should die in this sort of matchup. He did very well there to kill the Ember. Basically making his early game impact way better than Ember Spirit ever can now. Because he just can't rotate, he had to TP middle, he doesn't have boots. They're just now flying him with the courier. And this Timbersaw is just a menace. What do you do about him? He has a hood, he has a Soul Ring, infinite staying power there, and you don't have any hero that can kill him until you get like your Vessel on this Phoenix, which is a very, very long way away.
Is it a bit worrying that this was a first pick Timber and it feels like they haven't kind of dealt with him early?
Yeah, I'm surprised. Like I said, I thought they were gonna pick Timber Killer, right, for Alacrity. Ember is not the guy. He really isn't. He kind of tickles him with slides.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
And the start that Xiaoyu has, I mean, that is quite an early tier 1 tower. Level 8 already, highest level in this game. And just a completely different look of what we have for Mystery here. And man, that's like 2/3 of the health pool. Ember actually gets caught by the Embrace. One Remnant, make it a second. Great use of the jump to the western side. And now it's going to put QWE in a really awkward position without the help of Mercury.
Yeah, the birds just combining ice and fire, just like Game of Thrones. An easy kill over there. All of a sudden, he's dead.
Yeah,
he's just stuck under the saw blade.
Blackbeard is even going to come back.
He has no remnant here, so be a little bit careful. Mizo pressuring the bot tower now. He's all by himself though, that's very cocky. Is he going to get punished? No. Somebody cancel his TP. What was that?
Trying to see who's TP.
No, QWE, actually. And Mizu's playing very offensively down here, all by himself. Recognizing that the TP of the Pangolier is on cooldown. Now, how do you defend this mid tower against the Timbersaw is the question. All you can do is delay it with the Wyvern.
Yeah, they, I mean, don't have the greatest way to at least protect the towers early on. I mean, you're not going to have a Spectre getting involved. That's a big one to take away. Dire do have a ward nearby, but I mean, they're really playing reactionary, it feels like, for Galaxy Racer, just trying to give whatever space to your Spectre you can in your own jungle. Yeah, you just blows up the Phoenix. They might still get the kill on Mercury though. Alacrity's nearby. There's the slight. That is a big one to find. Mercury was...
Yeah, he just didn't roll out. I thought he was just gonna roll up and roll away, but he didn't.
Not today.
Interesting. Wow, he's stuck around way too long. Sure, you got your stack, but you're also a pretty high net worth hero. Giving away a kill like that is pretty unnecessary.
Yeah, in a game like this, you can't give like any room of opportunity to be able to come back. That kill could definitely, snowball your game at least. This is very deep, but again, like, how do you deal with the Timber? It forces him to be away from Wayne. So he's going to get brought down here. A little bit of gold for In Your Dream Spectre. Let's see. Alacrity?
Didn't skill Haunt at all. Going for the greediest build possible. He has to be careful at this ancient stack here. Like, if Timber just decides to run over, there's no answer to that and he could steal the entire stack. not aware of it. It should be an easy double stack for him. Spectre is getting away with a lot. Like, his net worth is way higher than it should be at this point in the game.
Yeah, especially with the lane that he had, Polo. Xiaoyu's about to run out of mana here, but they've got nothing in their take. Like, Xiaoyu can do absolutely anything he wants to in this game, and he's not going to get punished, and they might even be able to get the Phoenix kill as well. Another round in the swashbuckle in a couple seconds. Going underneath the T2 tower, well, you can do so if you find a Chrono one too. And Mystery, rip them apart. That's a big kill on the Spectre. They're also going to be able to catch out Alacrity's Ember, and Mizu TP is a little bit too late. We'll have the reinforcement of the Winter Wyvern. Is that damage going to be enough? And it looks like... No, actually Splinter past the creep. De-aggroed. And now Mercury with the slow. No, one more right click. We'll find the kill. So at least they get somewhat of revenge here, getting rid of Wayne. But you were just highlighting the fact that In Your Dream is getting a lot more out of this game than we were kind of expecting. But just kind of shutting him down, at least with that kill. QWE, be another sacrifice in the support.
They're misplaying it a little bit here on the Galaxy Racer side. Like, you need to play away from this Timber Saw until you have the tools to deal with him. As we said, it's your Spirit Vessel. Until then, you have 0% chance of killing him. Okay, maybe 1%, but that's not a percentage you should take. Play away from him, kill the other heroes around them. Like, if you play into him like they have so far, this is what's going to happen. It presents a lot of openings for this Pangolier, for the Faceless Void, to really make plays happen.
In Your Dream, Haunt is actually going to commit into the middle of the fight, and now In Your Dream's in a very difficult spot to get back to safety. Use of the Supernova, along with the Curse. Egg's going to pop. They've got another round of the Sunray, which is level 3. So the Rolling Thunder's been completely wasted, but Timber is the raid boss right now. They just cannot deal with Xiaoyu at all, recognizing how strong he is in this game. And, I mean, he's just ripping them apart. They're going to try and catch up the Pango. Mercury falling low. And he will end up dropping. Now they'll try and deal with Xiaoyu. Gonna be a little bit cautious of how aggressive he wants to play. Nice side set from Yokem. There's the Brute. Where's the Fop? Another round of the Arctic Burn in a couple seconds, but that is a big kill. A 4 times killing streak getting claimed here, in Galaxy Racer have to be so happy with how that team fight just went.
100%. I never expected them to be able to kill him just like that. Overcommitting a lot for the Spectre. Like, they tried to kill the Spectre all in. Going under the tower against 4 heroes is generally not a good idea. Even if you're a Timber Saw, you still gotta respect the dynamics of Dota sometimes, you know? You have 50 health regen, but still gotta play Dota. It's not just an RPG where you're super over-leveled. Well played by Galaxy Racer to capitalize on it. And now they're suddenly in the gold lead. Spectre top net worth. Yasha already done. It's a suddenly scary position for this Team Mystery here with this amazing early game.
We might see them look to get active with their ultimates available. Chrono back up. They do have a lot of capabilities to bring these heroes down. Very good vision as well around mid too. One kind of on the northern high ground. At least one down to the southern side of that tier 1 tower. So if they look to get active, top actually, oh, there's the Chrono. Just a solo one committed. MKS with the help of the Ice Blast is going to be able to net himself a killing spree.
Yep, decent enough to use it when you have it. Timber Saw is still more than enough to pressure this mid tower. It's actually going to the Kaya Sage, which means he won't have any sort of early dispel. Vessel is up at 900. Could be very scary timing between the Sage, Kaya Sage and the Lotus Orb.
Way he got that denied.
He walks up and denies it. Yeah, tip him. He deserves that.
They got
We'll
Blink
see if that
actually.
backfires or not. But so it's burning.
Just gotta be careful. That is a very early use of the Supernova, along with the Curse to try and hold back Mercury. So, is it 2 ultimates just to stop the onslaught?
Interesting. Well, at least they buy some time for Spectre to farm. They see the Pangolier. DK with the blink.
Yeah, Mizu's nearby. There's the follow. Swashbuckle's up, but he is not going to get enough distance at all. Lacry picking up the kill. And that's a nice reveal of the blink from Mizu. And now they're going to look to put a little bit of pressure on the tier 1 tower with the Catapult and the Elder Dragon form.
Yep, 100%. Haunt is up as well. He almost has Manta Style completed. The Spectre is filthy rich right now.
Radiant structures
It's
are
not something you
fortified.
typically see. Like, Spectre is usually not this farmed.
They did prioritize him a
Radiant's
little
middle
bit with
tower
the
is under
stacks they
attack.
made. Although they did take that hard stack, but I think he had the
Radiant's middle
Ancients, there was a
tower has
couple.
fallen.
I just love the awareness though from In Your Dream. Like going for this skill build that he did, you know, the 404, the Blade Mail Rush. Mizu, blink in, Mercury. There's no follow-up at the moment, but they're going to be careful how long they stick around, and Mizu just might be the sacrifice. Oh no!
Radiant's middle
Wait,
tower
okay, they
is
find
under
him.
attack.
That would have been such an incredible juke. Mizu still is making him work for it. Curse, unfortunately, is still on cooldown, so Mizu will end up falling.
He froze the siege creep instead of the DK. I mean, it wouldn't have saved him anyways, but find another thing that happened there. 100 gold away now from this Manta style. Haunt is available. Now this Timber Saw is not tanky anymore at all. With this Desolate Manta combination, he can die super fast.
Yeah, about to have
One
Spirit
DK
Vessel
stun is all
too.
it takes.
It's kind of all they need here for Xiao Yu. It's going to be...
How do you deal with the Spectre with these supports?
I don't
like,
know.
you need Glimmer Cape. But even after that, he can just buy a dust for himself, and then he supports his feet.
It looks like Grimstroke is opting for the Aghanim, so I guess you're going to have that instantly on the Haunt. But
He needs that, yeah.
yeah, it's a very expensive item. Yorikam dives on cooldown. He might have to just drop the ultimate. No. He'll end up falling In Your Dream. Wants a revenge. Wayne's really deep as well. That's just a free double for your Spectre.
Yep. And that's the power of Spectre right there against both the supports. We just highlighted they have no way of dealing with him. Like, I just love how these teams, every time we say something, they're just like, yeah, let me just show you why, viewers. And right there we go.
This is...
They should all become teachers. They're very good at teaching all of us exactly what we're talking about.
It's very worrying with
Dire's
how
top
this
tower
game is
under attack.
now somewhat even. I mean, even would you give the edge actually even to Galaxy Racer now with Spectre's net worth?
I would. Also, this Timber Saw is not as scary as it was before. He finishes Kaya Sage, but Spirit Vessel online, Manta with Desolate online. Now it's this timing that I said before, this very awkward timing, where you don't have a Dispel against the Vessel, and there's so much pure damage on the table. You can't play it as offensively anymore at all in this Timber Saw now.
Yeah, I mean, I guess to keep in mind, like, the Faceless Void is definitely keeping up in farm. He's going to have Sunjin Yasha completed, but their other core, Mercury, is kind of fallen a bit behind with the start he had. Yes, he's fourth in net worth, and with the Maelstrom build on the Pango, his farm is going to be able to continue to skyrocket here, but it definitely was not that snowball effect that we were potentially going to see early with how Mercury had started this game.
Oh, 100%. Like, it looked really promising in the early game. Couple of mistakes, died a couple of
Mizu,
times.
down bot, Silent Start prevents the Dragon Tail. They need to deal with the Phantom's Embrace. Now with the Soulbind, sets up for the double Ice Blast. Bye-bye, Mizu. In Your Dream's in trouble as well. Are they able to tick him down? He's going to turn kill off. Wait, Xiao Yu falls as well. There's that Spirit Vessel coming into play with the help of the Sun Ray. You are highlighting this Timber is not going to feel as tanky as what he did at the earlier stages, and it showed just then.
Yeah. Once again, thank you teams for highlighting it right away. But the Spectre, did you see what he did? He just ran in, balls to the wall, no cares given at all,
Radiant's bottom
and he
tower
lives
is
barely
under
with like
attack.
1% over the
Dire's
kill
top
threshold.
tower is under attack.
A little bit too risky for, you know, my liking, but
Rune of
In Your Dream, a
invisibility.
very aggressive player, gets away with it this time. But if he dies there, would have been a decent swing here for Team Mystery.
Do we like that Team Mystery aren't playing around with the Faceless Void? Because he's had Chrono on cooldown for a while now, and they haven't really thought about, you know, grouping up and maybe taking a fight with Chrono. Do you think they should be thinking about that?
100%. We said it's pretty much the
Radiant's
only lockdown
bottom
tool they
tower
have.
is under attack.
Every time it's up, you should be looking for a good team fight. I don't like his skill bit also. He's not skilling Chronosphere up, and he's not skilling Time Dilation up as well. Which is like one of the most broken spells in Dota. Especially against these heroes. Like, Ember Spirits hate it. DK hates it. It's such a good spell. Not sure why he's not skilling it up.
Radiant are
Gonna pop.
scanning.
Great reactions from Mercury. Gets that blink away. He's actually going to
Wayne
charge
running
the
in.
Rolling Thunder.
Dire's
MKS,
top
Time
tower
Walk.
is under
Very
attack.
awkward way to be able to start the fight. Now with the Haunt as well. Instant with the backline. Wayne's in trouble. In Your Dream's gonna try and kite this. Great curse onto 2 as well, but where's the follow-up here to lock down MKS? The chains is there. Instantly follow up from Mizu. He's got the stun, but MKS quick reactions well with time walk away, dropping the chrono. But this is just reactionary. This is gonna end up getting burnt to a crisp. There's a loser third. They're gonna make it a 4th as well as Xiao Yu, no man's land. He'll end up dropping. And now Galaxy Racer, they can think about walking inside the Roche pit. This should be incredibly easy.
Yeah, Manta works on Roshan as well, of course. And there's just the team fight that we spoke about. You can't get a good Chronosphere because there's Haunt on top of you. There's so many things happening around you. How do you hit a Chronosphere on 2 or 3 people? It's just not gonna happen. This is what we spoke about when we said pick a draft that's easy. This is not it. This is one of the most difficult drafts I've seen in quite a while.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It's just so hard to do. Like, he tried so hard, you know, he kept the Chronosphere back all the time. But by the time he used it, all of his supports are dead because of the Spectre. So he's forced to Chrono early in a place where he doesn't want to, or he Chronos on 4 heroes, but his entire team is dead already. Either way is not optimal at all.
Yeah, and you also see the positioning of like the Supernova and the Curse. Like you just negate the Pango Rolling Thunder, you drop the Curse in a spot where the rest of the team can't follow up, and it's just makes it so difficult. They have 2 very, very strong reactionary ultis for whenever, you know, Rolling Thunder's used or, you know, Chrono, if it does get used. Mercury, he committed with the Swashbuckle, and he cannot use Rolling Thunder. As Mizu blinks on forward. Kill still is that one with the Breathe Fire, but, you know, this DK Persona is popping off this game. 6, 3, and 4 for Mizu. BKB completed as well.
Yeah, there was like the 3rd unnecessary death here from Mercury. He's just in over his head. Like, he could have easily taken that rune and just swashbuckled out rather than in. Kind of misreading the map situation here a couple of times already. And now it's this point in the game where this team fight is just insurmountable, right? Like, Wyvern, Phoenix, Haunt. There's no way you fight into that. But what else do? You picked a sort of team fight draft, but now you're getting crushed in team fights. This is the moment where it feels really bad to be Team Mystery. Like, you gotta outplay so damn hard to stand a chance in anything right now. Spectre, Skadi already finished. 2.7k health. If you couldn't deal with him before, good luck doing it now.
We see the value that the supports are bringing to this game, and we were highlighting that the Ancient Apparition. I mean, you draft the kind of 2 supports that offer a lot of heal, but In Your Dream just completely negates the AA factor. Then you've just got an advantage there where I mean, the Cold Embrace is just, it's not even maxed out, and the heal is just stupid ridiculous. He wanted to max out the Arctic Burn for the percent damage, 9% at that level 4.
Yep. Spoke about percentages.
Pango? He's just dead! They dropped the Chrono. It's a pretty solid 1 onto 2, but now with the Sunray, where's the Ice Blast follow-up Wayne? It's on cooldown, unfortunately. So the Chrono completely wasted just to get the kill on top of the Winter Wyvern. And now with the egg dropped as well, MKS has got a time walk up with the high gun, but it's a triple for In Your Dream, making it ultra. Give this man a rampage. Alacrity's got the chains. It's going to be up in a couple seconds with the slide. It doesn't matter. Rampage for In Your Dream. And now the objectives are going to be claimed here.
Yeah, he deserved that. Like, his early game, he missed like 0 CS under the tower, which led to a really early blade mail. And this is all a snowball effect. Now he's this rich because of his early game last hitting skills. Well, give this man a rampage. We don't see a lot of carry players being able to do that. Lasted so well under pressure of a Timbersaw.
Never refuse gold given.
Man's a beast. We spoke about it in game 1. How he didn't feel very natural at first when he started playing carry. But he has definitely grown into the role now.
Yeah, man is a beast indeed. In Your Dream is, you know, kind of been that prodigy that everyone's been looking for. You know, looking for him to get that first step into the scene. I mean, kind of, you know, that biggest achievement I think to date was when he won the minor. Well, it was Dream League minor with Tigers. And,
Tigers, yeah.
And
finally listening to my advice as well. I was like,
the advice?
Bro, you're 100% a carry player, not a mid player. He's like, yeah, but it's so cool to play mid and everything, you know? It's not about being cool, it's about winning.
So pretty much you're saying the success that may come is on you. Mizu jumps in, finds the AA, and that is a hero that you really need the Ice Blast followed up with the Chronosphere, but they're able to bring him down. You're seeing the support's position in this game, just, it doesn't matter where you are, it is just so hard to play for the Ancient Apparition.
Yeah, 100%. Timbersaw even went for a BKB. We've seen it quite a bit lately.
Xiaoyu, that
He's
is a
getting burn
very questionable chain on forward. Spirit Vessel out, Xiaoyu BKB, but the damage from In Your Dream, it's stacking up. Can they continue to lock him down? They'll actually have to keep the curse here. Xiaoyu does not get away, as he's down 70 seconds on the deck.
Yeah, now you have what? 9% health burn from the Arctic burn. You have Sunray with 6% per second. You have Desolate. Good luck living through that. No chance whatsoever.
Aegis will tick out here, so...
Oh, they couldn't cancel it, so it's back to full. Unfortunate. He's actually going for this Aggron Scepter on Spectra. Just to kill the support even easier. Why not?
Yeah, I don't hate it at all. Yeah. It feels like this game...
If he ever sees an AA on lane now...
You're dead. You're going off.
Yeah. Come on. He's hiding it right now. He wants to kill a guy with it for 100%. Okay, he got it now. Who's gonna show the D-ward and die?
They're about to see Wayne.
Oh, the AA.
Oh no.
Come on.
They're coming over the rest of the team.
Oh, it's coming.
Look at the illusion damage by
He
itself.
baited him.
Oh, he's going in. Into Ice Play In Your Dream. Beyond God, like, look how he's toying with his food right now. Nice sidestep. A complete whiff on the Rolling Thunder. Now he's back out as well. In Your Dream, he's styling on them in this second game and raiding. They're crumbling. They're just getting kited left, right, and center. MKS is trying to set up on the higher ground, but a great Supernova. They're going to time hook on forward. Where's the control? They've got the curse for the last second, so the Supernova is going to pop. And with that first control, they've got the secondary. And the Void will end up falling. It's back up and ready to go. It's In Your Dream. Find another. Mizu's stunned. He's able to follow up here. Timber's down and out of the count. And now they can try and take this last outer tower, and Galaxy Racer looking to close this one out.
Yeah. Of course, you don't want to GG out there. You know, it's your TI dreams on the line, but this game is done and dusted. This Spectre is completely out of control.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures.
I'm a little bit surprised how well they're mashing together here. Galaxy Racer is another Shadow Step. And now it's level 25. Is he gonna go for the illusion damage? You're gonna do it, man. Yeah, he did. Let's go. What is their percentage
Mizu? Oh. Look how much they actually do not give a damn. He's jumping like that.
It's too tanky. 112% damage on the Illus now, by the way.
Oh my.
It's a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
Imagine dealing more damage than your main hero.
Oh, yes. And that's...
They're definitely feeling themselves here.
Oh, 100%. I mean, this was a team that, you know, their previous tournament, the Lubet Pro Series, they looked incredibly strong. Third place finish from them. Got knocked out of the lower bracket final. Wayne, well, what death are we up to right now? 14 on our Ancient Apparition. As Silence is there, but Yule's going to be able to dispel that from the Ember to solo Chrono, but completely wasted thanks to Polar Sun's counter initiation with the curse. They'll lose the Void. And even Xiaoyu's protected with the magic immunity, it feels like the hopes of this game is done and dusted. Without the Chrono able to win them that team fight. 4 down, they'll make it a 5th. Galaxy Racer, just another level on this day.
Yeah, a valiant effort, but this is where their road ends. A little bit unfortunate. You know, SEA is not an easy region at all. Hopefully they stick together, improve together as a unit, and really looking forward to see them again next time. But for Galaxy Racer, they definitely surpassed my expectations that I had. Like, they had a pretty hard to execute draft with this Wyvern as well as Phoenix combination. Not a lot of teams can pull this off, but they did super well. Laning phase, once again, In Your Dream. It's supposed to be a very tough lane, but he just got every creep. Like, he couldn't be stopped. Like, he was in God mode this game. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, and again, I think just the recognition of what item he had to go for, like recognizing that the Timber is going to shove you out of the lane. You know, if you go something like an Echo Saber to get active early, you're not going to have that capability. Like you need the Blade Mail, you need a max out dispersion. Go back, farm the jungle, just give the lane over to support. You know, try and get a little bit of experience, whatever you can. And you were saying like throughout that game, like you're just so surprised at how farm In Your Dream was. And I mean, in the end, 16, 1, and 15 overall Galaxy Racer. They are just on another level, and it has to be said that, you know, unfortunately for Mystery, their one opportunity to be the second representative for Southeast Asia at the international, their hopes are going to be demolished here with a performance like that from Galaxy Racer. Again, they just, you know, they're a team that I think can make an incredible run through the lower bracket.
They can. I mean, especially after like a performance like this, it's we don't know where they end up. SEA is an incredibly competitive region, but they look solid. Not many complaints from my side. They looked really good in game 1, really good in game 2. They had this one botched initiation where they used the curse and supernova. Other than that, everything was spot on. Good rotations. It's a good team. Very solid.
Yeah, beautiful team, beautiful performance. Galaxy Racer able to take our second series of the night. We've had two zeros. And well, we're hoping for a bit of a different story here in our last one.
It's like this is the current meta a little bit. Whichever team has it figured out a little bit more, usually will just sort of overrun the enemy. We saw it here in game 1 and 2. The drafts look pretty even. It's just they got a much better grasp on how to play the map, and the games look pretty one-sided because of that.
Yeah, well, with that being said, guys, that's going to be our second series done and dusted. Black, you're going to be jumping off. Any predictions for our next series between Signal and X South build?
Yeah, it's going to be a very tough one. They're both Filipino teams. They know each other very well. They've played each other many, many times. I think I'm going to give a 60-40 advantage to South build, probably.
All right.
I know the boys. I'm quite close to them. They got this.
I'm
not biased, of course. I'm a caster. I'm not biased. I'm never biased. It's part of the job, you know?
Just can't be biased. But hey, we appreciate the predictions. So with that being said, guys, we're going to jump over to a short break. We have our third series, our last series as well of the night. It's going to be Signal Ultra taking on X South build.